Alright, you guys, it's that time again. We're here. I was just doing a bit of exploration, having fun swimming around. It is honestly just, it's so surreal. Just every time I log on again after a day's pass or whatever, I, I get in the water, and it just looks so, honestly, fantasy. It just looks really good. Don't think I I don't think I could have expected anything better than this, honestly. This is really good. Now, obviously, we're not here to just watch me explore, although this would be very fun. We are here to start the second act of the story quest. If you've noticed, I have different members of my team this time around. I was using these characters to level up Lynette. I've gotten all the materials to at least at least the boss materials to get her up to level 80, but I'm keeping her here for now, mostly because there's two other characters I'm gonna try and get, Zhongli and Child, and I also want to hopefully get Risley. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's not another quesadilla, quesadilla. But you know, it's just the hope. So saving. Gonna get both Zhongli and Child hopefully, and hopefully also get Grizzly. Well, all that aside, it's about time we start Act 2 of the Fontaine Archon quest.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
And just like that, we're back in the thick of it.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
No problem.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
Honestly, yeah, this food does look pretty good.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh?
More?
Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
And we're not even going to eat it all.
Cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well,
Oh,
we've certainly taken a big step
Okay,
forward.
not bad.
But I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
Okay, seriousness aside though, like, it's just hilarious how Playverse took note of how everyone kept pointing out how we literally haven't eaten the food. And here we have a change in the dishes on the table, implying that they in fact did eat the food prior and are just ordering more with the 2 empty dishes. I like that little detail.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Also, yeah, that was crazy. Actually seeing someone dissolve, like, turn into water. That was insane.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking. We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
Honestly, I'm assuming it's the doctor. This sounds like something right up the Tori's alley. I'm not even kidding. It just feels like that. Especially learning what he did to people like Kali in the manga. This feels like it has the Tori written all over it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Okay.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's alright.
One of these days we're gonna see Paimon sit down.
This was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
We wanted to ask the Hydro Archon for some information, but we haven't had much opportunity to do so.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
As much as I want to say yes, it has been 3 whole nations so far where we're on the watch lists of the authorities. I'd rather just be... I don't know, man. I just don't want to... I don't want that the next trial to be me, you know?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play, don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
We've done a couple of stuff like this before.
Alright, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then, wake her
Huh?
up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
I mean, aside from the breaking and entering and all that, bro, what? Under her bed?
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
Oh my god.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Yes, exactly.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was
You
just thinking
overlooked
about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
with the trade-off of being arrested. How can you overlook something like that?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break.
Okay, now we're just getting desperate here. If we don't know, we can just admit we don't know and try to figure something out later.
You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
I mean, it's worth a try. It's not like her grateful shit. It's worth a try.
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
I'm not gonna assume anything.
Was this your drink?
Oh, wow. Wait, that's not fair. It's literally in front of Paimon.
Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Wait, the rest of the food though, the cakes.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
I have to agree, my drink also tasted that way too. I don't really drink soda. Not anymore. I'm more of a orange juice, apple juice, water kind of guy. I've just gotten used to that now.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fonta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Let's pack the rest to go.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
You could try, yeah, you could try walking, you know. Exactly.
Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like you.
Oh, so there's something wrong with being normal? So don't you ever complain when someone doesn't call you normal. When someone calls you special.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
He's calculating her expenses. How much did you run her into bankruptcy?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
I literally just said the same thing. That was a pretty pricey meal, thanks to Paimon.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority.
Thanks.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
You know what? I was harsh last time. See you later, partner.
See ya!
No longer assistant, promoted to partner. Also, that's a nice shot. That's a nice shot for the beginning of Act 2.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Interesting.
Vache.
Leave me alone!
Vache. Vache.
Again. Who's Vache?
Looks like we're back here again.
Who's that behind us? He's folding his arms. I don't like it.
Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Yeah, and it's clearer than it was during the day.
Ugh. That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache. Vache.
Bro, say coherent sentences if you're gonna pop into my mind.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
I can feel strong emotions.
Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice.
Oh, you can hear it too?
It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Not again, dude. Whoa. Ooh! It's an ocean. Where is this?
Vache. Are you my dear Vache?
No, sorry, I don't think I am.
No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache?
I'm afraid
Do you know
not.
where my love is? I'm... Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land
Wait,
have I since forgotten?
you were once human?
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form.
You've lost your form.
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only
Is that-
vaguely remember being covered in light blue water. And then
No
over again,
way. Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Theories are spinning around in my head right now. So I remember last act we talked about, you know, the dissolving water, right? Wait, she's okay. I didn't even read the dialogues. Could she be one of the girls who were dissolved? Dude, I'm wondering if the way that, because we heard from Linny that Arlecchino is planning to use the Gnosis power to quell the disaster of Fontaine about, you know, everyone dissolving. What if she's not? What if instead she's doing exactly what's happening here? She's just going to speed things up immediately, and everyone's just going to be an Oceanid here. And because they're an Oceanid, they're not gonna, I guess, they're gonna live longer. I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing is. Maybe what if she's just gonna turn everyone into Oceanids? Because if this person was quote unquote dissolved and turned into water, unless this is just in our mind, because we just walk towards the fountain, right? And this Oceanid isn't exactly in the fountain, I don't think. So this is so weird. I was gonna make a joke about like, is Vache the guy that was folding his arms, like looking at us from behind or whatever?
Nope.
Is that what the dissolving water is doing?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much.
There was also a couple that came to this fountain. I don't know if that's related.
But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
What if I'm just spitting theories out right immediately as I get them. What if Vache is just Neuvillette?
Huh?
Just a what if, you know? So you need me to find him.
No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
I believe it would be hard for him to forget you.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing.
I still can't wrap my head around. Are all... Because I did just realize that all the Oceanids we've met are literally all female, and I did not piece together that perhaps it's just... Wow. Oh my gosh.
If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer.
Wait,
Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
so Vache was a witness to the fact that you dissolved.
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface.
Man, what is going on? Alright, I almost want to doubt it's the Tory that's involved with this. I almost want to doubt it.
I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
It seems that after the body is dissolved, some measure of the consciousness still remains.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Ah, right, I wonder how much time is passing in reality.
Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Alright.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Oh! Whoa! Oh my! What is happening? What is happening? What? Oh! Okay! Dude, what is going on?
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of guardians.
What is going on? Oh, Clorinde.
Clorinde?
Ooh! Did we get to see your skills? Oh my gosh. In the trailer, it looked like she was leading them, but obviously she's fighting them.
Now's our chance!
Ooh! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my gosh! I've got... Dude. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Dude! Oh, she's so pretty. Dude, that was so cool! What is happening?
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorinde. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
Bro, she's so pretty. I can't get over it, man.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Sorry, I'm just at a loss for words. Everything's happening so quickly. We just met an Oceanid in the Fontaine. We woke up and then literally in the middle of a battle. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorinde, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
We just talked about her Navia's father apparently being dead or something.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Man, I'm still processing everything. First of all, why did those robots attack us? Obviously I was asleep through most of it, so I have no idea what's going on. Why did those robots attack us? It has to do with that guy that was behind us, right? That was folding his arms looking at us, observing us from afar. I feel like he's involved somehow.
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
She's so pretty.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I'm still thinking about that scene where she deflected all those, like, bullets. That was quick. And Child wants to fight her? Without his vision?
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorinde. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Good day. Oh my gosh.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorinde was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
What just happened?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Navia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorinde who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, so you're a fighter now, Paimon? Thanks for the rescue.
Come now.
Okay.
Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
If I didn't think you deserved partner status when we just left after having that meal together, you definitely deserve it now.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Was she following us?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Wait, what?
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
What?
How did that help?
Did someone try to poison her or something?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fonta tasted kinda salty and icky.
Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. Wait, so why didn't Paimon get knocked out? Is that why I got knocked out? Sure.
Fonta only comes in sweet flavors.
Yeah,
So
I was
how
like, why
could it
did
have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
I just assumed it was a Fontaine thing, you know. I don't really know the customs of this world up to that, so I'm just like, if it's salty and icky, I'm like, oh, that's fine, it's whatever. Their interpretation of certain foods are different, so it's like I didn't think much of it. But really,
So the Fonta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
that's also a good point. I didn't even think about it being from the water from the primordials. That's crazy. They were literally trying to turn, dude. So they're just trying to get everybody.
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me,
She would have been, well, I'm not so sure dead now. We see that dissolved person in the technically dead, or changed form.
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh? Really?
Unfortunately, Paimon, neither of us are from Fontaine. Otherwise, we. Oh, but what was that? Oh, I guess me not being knocked out wasn't about the drink then. But that's just crazy. Otherwise, you would have been.
I sent
damn.
people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
Oh yeah,
All we
because
did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
it is weird. So wait. So they're what they're saying is they didn't try to go for Paimon because there was only 2 drinks that were spiked. Or I guess at the very least, she didn't buy a drink for Paimon, is what I'm getting. Unless Paimon, for some reason, drank 3. Because I had one, and she had one.
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, Did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Okay, so that is a result of me drinking this. Okay, just making
Well,
sure.
it can't be coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. She said that she heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
According to Lynette, the ability to hear voices like that has to do with one's sensitivity to the hydro element.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
Interesting.
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
I also gained some new intel.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
The voice in the fountain belonged. I'm not reading properly. The voice in the fountain belonged to one of the missing women. A person named Vache was a witness when she dissolved.
Oh, that is important.
Tell everyone about what happened while you were connected to the Ocean's
Vache.
consciousness.
That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene.
Yeah, but it sounded like... I don't know what's going on.
But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater.
That is true.
Could he have been threatened?
If he's still alive, we should try searching for him.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
Alright, partner. By we, you mean us too, right?
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Yeah, we're involved now. We're involved.
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right?
We are now partners, Iman. We are now
We're in this
partners.
now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Messing with us will cost them. This will prove to be their biggest mistake.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
She's happy that we get to... Okay.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Let's say thank you. Yeah, well, so much for my expectations. Thank you.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately.
You shouldn't have offered to give me so much food. Should have cut down our budget. I would have probably pitched in if I knew.
After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... he was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand.
I probably wouldn't have asked it the same way Paimon did, but I am curious myself.
My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets.
That music just popped in.
3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor, instead of standing trial.
Oh.
He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
Man.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence.
There is that, but also it's like, well, I don't know if they're treating it the same way, but when you go to trial, that kind of thing just, it doesn't go away, you know? Everyone's gonna know that you had to go on trial. And even if that's not the case, that he was worried about, and he was just observed with, you know, just his sense of justice and wanting to not have to go through something that he clearly thinks he doesn't deserve, doesn't have to. If, by any chance, he was involved in something else that wasn't related, but it would have still cropped its head out, that's something he probably wouldn't want to risk. So, there's a lot of reasons why he would have wanted to do that.
But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena.
Yeah, I am pretty sure there's something he had hidden. There's no way.
3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
It does seem odd. Do you have any clues as to why? I think I know why.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Damn, so both your parents aren't even... Man.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Speaking the truth for the sake of your family. You know, we're quite alike in this regard.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
There's always like the random moments I forget that, hey, Trevor is actually looking for his or her sibling. I feel like in this point of the story, you're not technically looking for your sibling. At this point, you're just kind of trying to get to the end of the story since that's what he asks us. But you are still curious as to where he is, so it's not... It is fair that you're trying to find him at some point.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Miss Clorinde.
Oh, man. That's why it feels so awkward talking to her, huh? She's just doing her job, but man, that's gotta be awkward.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
No wonder the mood was a little strange between the two of you.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
You killed my father. That's kind of rough, bro. That's kind of rough. And knowing that she has, she's got a couple of wins under her belt, bro. Either by surrendering or just straight up death. If Child's gonna go up against Clorinde, Kinda has me worried why they're putting him on the banner now.
Miss Clorinde has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
No, that's perfectly fair.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Miss Clorinde told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Yeah, then that definitely indicates that he tends to die in that duel.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right, anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
That's alright. I understand how important this is to you.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting Act 2 to be like, but this definitely was not within my expectations.
Yeah, Paimon's beat.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
And I'll be getting my water in the meantime. Take your breaks, chat. I'll also be switching to Yanfei. It just feels right.
Ready for trial.
A peaceful night passes under the Spina Rosu's protection.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe.
True.
Navia? Where did the other two go?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
Oh my gosh, get sleep.
How could I after having such critical new evidence appear?
Because you'll need the energy. You literally just had to fight for us yesterday, are you kidding me?
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now, huh?
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to hinder an investigation from this angle. But that does prove that this Vache person is a key witness in the incident.
True.
Does that mean we're too late, though?
Not necessarily.
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept.
Don't tell me we're gonna break in and steal him. Please tell me we can just ask him.
The Oceanid you met is one of the young women who
Oceanid?
went missing recently. We should be able to find some related information there.
It's pronounced Oceanid, not Oceanid? Okay, my bad.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we?
Please, please tell me we can just talk to him, get the information, and continue on our merry way. Please don't tell me we're gonna have to steal. No! No! It's improper to point. Oh, okay. Not at people.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Oh my gosh. We're not even gonna get to see him because of this person.
Huh. This place does look pretty really heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
That's a good thing.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Nice.
Thanks so much.
No hiccups, no problems, no fetch quests. I thank you. Sedine said, I don't know what your name is. Sedan? I don't know your name.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
He's pretty chill.
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
And he's just gonna help us. Thank you. Should we just sit down and wait?
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
We literally met him the first time when we entered the opera house, and he was a chill guy to talk to.
Unfortunately,
Oh no.
I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years.
What?
There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Guess that's that, so we're back to square one.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
He's gonna help us.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel.
Ah, the music.
Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret?
Let's not be a bit disrespectful here. He literally did try to help us out.
No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Maybe it's just me, but what does it mean to feel like you should say something rather than being emotionless and just not saying anything? I think there's emotion behind that.
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's
Oh
death,
my god.
then why didn't you call a stop to the duel?
No, don't cry. Oh my gosh.
Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Despised
Oh my
and
God.
hated by all.
was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed everything. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. So many questions he still owes me answers to. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I,
Stop.
Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart and never say a word to anyone. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you would never express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. Man. I was not expecting that. Are you alright?
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's raining. Yeah. And it was just sunny out.
Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Dude, is Neuvillette connected to the rain?
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Your father's case, was he outside when it happened?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value.
But there was something you didn't know at that time,
Wait. You don't mean...
The fact that people can be turned into water.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the authorities.
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
Yeah, let's just go.
Great. Let's go then.
I was not expecting... Dude, they added that emote, because I'm pretty sure... this is more kind of sad to talk about. I'm sure the characters have cried in the past, so... Just, wow.